What's up, babes? It's Alex or Black Eye here. The title really says it all. Today I'm just going to go over 10 things that I personally find really fucking annoying in Smite. Yeah, there isn't really much else to say. So let's get started. Calling missing and then people spamming that you didn't call missing. This is probably in my top 3 personal pet peeves. So many times will I call enemy missing for whatever lane I'm in. Somebody gets ganked and then they spam ping me and say enemy missing over and over. Enemy missing, right. Bitch, I fucking called it. The worst is when they double down and just deny the fact that you called it. Sure, I get it. Maybe I should have rotated with my opponent, but don't fucking tell me that I am just straight up lying. Call me petty, but if this happens more than one time in a game, I just stop making callouts towards that person because it is literally not worth my time if they aren't going to listen to it anyways. Although I'd say once every month or two there is somebody that apologizes after I correct them. And I have so much respect for people that apologize when you call them out on their bullshit. I just feel like it's super rare to see in Smite nowadays. Chronic split pushing. I like to think I'm open-minded. There are a lot of gods and playstyles that I personally don't enjoy, but I do see the appeal in them. Split pushing is the exception. How the fuck is pushing towers the entire game fun? I'm not even trying to be a dick, I'm genuinely asking. You all know the characters. Apollo, Kronos, old Loki. They just farm until late game and never leave lane. I'm not talking about when you choose to split push over rotating because it might not be worth it. I'm talking about the people that split push literally the entire game. When their tower or Phoenix is down, they just move on to another lane. How is this fun? Not only that, but it just requires your team to completely change their playstyle to accommodate. It turns a 5v5 game into a 4v4 because you need to send a teammate down to stop the split pushing. And then if you don't send somebody down, you better fucking win the team fight or else you'll just lose a Phoenix for free. Fuck you if you do this. Nox. I'm not going to make this whole list about gods that I find annoying, but Nox is just on another level. Since I play on controller, the best way I can describe her is that her first ability makes it to where you can't use the left half of your controller, since it restricts movement, and her second ability makes it to where you can't use the right half of your controller, because you're silenced. Combine these and, well, you literally can't use your controller. Especially now where Nox is played more in support versus mid, where she can just kind of run around and harass people with little repercussions. That being said, I have had fun playing Nox. But after a game or two, I genuinely feel a sense of guilt because I know how unfun I'm making the game for the other team. I'm not joking. I actually feel guilty when I play Nox. Controller players typing. I don't mean controller players typing in general. I'm a controller player myself. A while ago, Hyra's added a custom text option for controller players, and I love this feature. It's really nice to see that console players now have the option to call out things that aren't necessarily in the VGS, such as when someone uses their relics. Again, that is not what I'm referring to. If you haven't figured it out already, typing on a controller can be difficult, and some people are slow. So when I see my teammates sit still for like 30 fucking seconds just to type, "Fuck you, you shit can," it's a little annoying. Just play the game at that point. Don't sit there and type just to be toxic, especially if it requires you sitting absolutely still for an extended period of time. And if you are going to sit still and just type nonsense toxicity at people, at least have the decency to go buy a fucking keyboard and plug it into your console. I used to play Smite on the OG Xbox for like 5 years, and I did this when I was really into ranked. Not the toxicity part, I just went and got an $8 keyboard from Walmart and plugged it into my Xbox because I was constantly typing out calls. I know everyone views toxicity a little bit differently, but if you are going to say mean shit, at least don't let it hinder the actual game. So yeah, that's my stance on that. Your support clearing wave when you can get there in time. I understand when a support clears a wave when it's going to be like lost to a tower, or they don't have enough HP to hold it long enough, but oh my god does it tilt me when it's obvious that I'm running back to lane, and then the support just clears the entire wave before I get there. I understand when the support clears a wave when it's, gonna be lost to a tower, or they don't have enough HP to hold it long enough, but Jesus Christ does it tilt me when it's obvious that I'm running back to lane, and then the support just clears the entire wave without me. Usually this happens off of me dying, so I'm already getting behind off of that, but clearing the wave just gets me behind even more. When supports do this, they are literally helping the other team, wanting to surrender when you aren't behind by too much. Don't get me wrong, I'll pretty much always F6 when my team is getting absolutely boned. You know, 10k plus gold down at 12, 13 minutes. Yeah, you're probably not going to win that game. I'm talking when your team's like only 1,000 gold down, or one of your teammates got ganked one time in lane and all of a sudden they just want to end it all. Like, I just don't see a reason to surrender that. This doesn't even apply to just my teammates. In fact, I'll play this clip from today's stream to show what I mean. What? 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 I wouldn't consider myself an F7 warrior, but I play a lot of casuals, and too many people want to surrender when they aren't super far behind. I've seen both my teammates and enemies want to surrender when they're actually winning the game. Even if I'm losing, sometimes I just want to play it out because of how many F6s I've experienced on that day. I have fun playing Smite, winning or losing, and yeah, there are games where I'm miserable, but if my team isn't getting absolutely shit stomped, I just want to play it out. I don't know, man, maybe that's just me. Scotty. I feel like Scotty is one of the I don't know how to play ADC gods because she's so easy to play and is very good in lane. Similar to Nox, I literally just feel guilty playing her because of how easy it is to win lane, especially against people that don't main ADC or know all the matchups. She doesn't really lose any of the matchups and is overall just really fucking annoying. In fact, the last time I played Scotty, this happened. I'm not a bad Scotty player, it's just like boring. You don't really have to do much to like outplay your opponent. You press 3, 1, 2, and then you just auto them. Sometimes you press 4. Like, you see what I mean, chat? Like, you see what I mean, bro? It's completely okay to enjoy Scotty. But just know that every time someone locks in Scotty, a real puppy gets sad. Relics and ultimates not working. This is a phenomenon that has been happening for literal years, and it's only on relics and ultimates. I started using a controller input to prove I'm not crazy when this happens. I think I've generated like 5 or 6 different clips of ultimates or relics not working, and it's infuriating every single time, especially if that would have saved you in whatever situation where your relic or ultimate didn't work. In this clip, you can see me clearly press Rama ultimate almost a second before the Heim ult me, and you even see me stop moving because I'm expecting to go up in the air. I truly believe that this is a bug, and the reason that it isn't fixed is because no one knows how to replicate it. It just seems that beads, Aegis, and ultimates have like a 1 in 1,000 chance of just not working. If you have any clips with proof of your ultimates or relics not going off, then feel free to share them, because the only way this will get fixed is if someone finds out why it's happening. When you lose a team fight, or sometimes even the whole game, because a squishy pushed up too far by themselves without vision. This is in like the top 3 reasons I lose ranked games, and sometimes I'm guilty of this too. It's 25 minutes or later into the game, and either the mid or the carry, or sometimes I guess the jungler, will just push up too far and then get picked by the other team. When it's that late into the game, you kinda just shouldn't go past your tier 2 towers without teammates or vision. If someone gets picked, it just makes the game so much harder. You are either forced to 4v5 under Phoenix or just give up Fire Giant or whatever objective completely for free, all because one dumbass decided that they wanted to solo a red buff 30 minutes into a conquest match. It's me. I'm the dumbass. But I am getting better at it. When people tell me that all my Smite problems would be solved if I switched to a keyboard and mouse. This one's kinda personal because I get told this all the time. I missed an ability? Pfft, you wouldn't have missed it on KBM. Missed time a relic? Pfft, you would have reacted faster if you were on a keyboard and mouse. Yeah, I've actually been told that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I guess in their mind, switching to a keyboard and mouse will magically make my reaction time faster. I understand there are objective advantages to using a keyboard and mouse versus a controller, but I truly do not care enough to switch. The advantages and disadvantages only really matter when you reach the top end of ranked, and I'm not striving to be SPL or SEC or rank 1 on the leaderboards, and controller is just what I've always been comfortable with, so I'm not going to switch. Is it really that difficult to let somebody enjoy their preferred input method without judgment? But Black Eye, couldn't you also say the same thing about people that enjoy gods like Nox or Scotty? Just let them play and enjoy the gods they want to without judgment.
Oh shit, oh Jay, pray them niggas go away. Oh, we sell the clowns around, it look like circus show. This is me out neither. These are just stories. This shit's still so cold when it drop. It's gonna be a motherfucking snow.